I get it warmed up.
I was jogging with my daughter today.
I think it'll. It's not old, is it?
There's no aircon in here.
There's no aircon in
There's
here.
no aircon in here. You should have pushed for it. You should have pushed for it, Anne. We're all sweltering.
Drop on the door. No. Never open the door to get some draft through. Right, we'll get started, everyone. Good evening and welcome to Hemsworth Community Centre for the annual council meeting dated the 15th of May. 16th. Sorry about that. Commencing at 7 p.m. to transact the following business. First item is the election of chairman, so we'll move straight on. Nomination. Recorded vote, yeah. Any objections to that?
Do you want me to record the votes now that I've requested?
That's fine by me.
So I've requested recorded votes for items 1, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 15.
You've got that. Okay, fine, yeah. So, nominations for chair, please.
I propose Sean Middleton.
I second Sean.
Second.
I propose you yourself, Sal, again.
Okay, councillor Grayson.
I second Kat's
Okay.
nomination.
So we'll go to a vote then. Sean Middleton proposed first, so votes in favour of Sean Middleton. Against?
So is everybody?
No abstentions. Sorry, no.
8-6, yes. Very short.
That's it then. No need to go to another vote. So I can declare that Sean Middleton's elected chair of the council to serve for the next 12 months. Right. Swap chairs.
I think we're supposed to now, yeah?
Okay.
So moving on to item 2, to receive the chairman's declaration of acceptance of office. So item 3, apologies for absence.
Councillor Bacon.
Item 4, declarations of interest and dispensation requests. Council should disclose pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest in any items on this agenda.
I think 4, 7.
It's declared in 7 or also declared. Item 5, election of vice chairman. To elect a vice chairman on the council for the ensuing year.
Can I propose Becca, please, Rushma, Councillor Rushma?
I'll second Becca.
I'll second that.
So votes for Councillor Rushma. So votes for Councillor McGuinness. Any abstentions?
Yeah.
No, just making sure.
Sure you want to trade here?
Yeah.
Not that chair.
So the motion, item 6, is to receive the vice chairman's declaration of acceptance of the office. So the vice chairperson to sign their declaration of acceptance of office for the ensuing year. So item 7, chairman's allowance. Determine the amount of the chairman's allowance in pursuance of section 15, paragraph 5 of the Local Government Act 1972, and this is where I ask the vice chair to take over.
Councillor Middleton has chosen not to take the chairman's allowance. I don't know if we have to go to a vote for that, but he has chosen that he doesn't wish to take it.
So is that proposal that the amount be set to 0?
Yes.
Should go to a vote, really.
Can I have all in favour of Sean not taking any chairperson's allowance? And anyone who is against Councillor Middleton not taking chairperson's allowance? Any abstentions on the matter?
Item 8, committee structure. To approve the committee structure and the terms of reference for each committee. And then B, to appoint members of each committee and to appoint a chair of each committee. So this proposal, put in myself, and papers are basically to reintroduce the committees within the council. I feel that committees are needed. I understand they haven't worked in the past. However, that's because the committees were basically the full council. They were not proper committees where they had some autonomy regarding the voting within the committee. So the proposal would be to, do we want to do one? Proposal, each committee single or?
You can propose them all together if you like.
Okay. So the proposal would be to a Rec and Leisure Committee, a Finance Committee, a Policy, Planning and Staffing Committee, and then that's it.
Chair, can I make a point of order? We only received these yesterday. We haven't had time to do the due diligence.
What point of order are you making, Councillor Conway?
The committee structure you only received yesterday.
But that's not on the point of standing orders.
Yeah, but how do you expect us to vote on something? We haven't had time to read up on or anything. Especially myself, I mean, I wrote to the Andrew and I said, Andrew, what you sent through here, you sent it on the Tuesday, right, which doesn't count as a day of notice. So the only day really was Wednesday. Thursday doesn't count because that's the day of the meeting. Not only that, the writing is too small, so I put it in large print. I've got it today, so I've only had like minutes to try and go through it. It's time to read the terms of reference or anything.
As no motion, as no standing order has been breached, then the vote will continue.
I propose to defer to it and read up on them. We can't elect a committee without reading the terms of references.
Councillor Wagner.
Standing orders have been breached because you've had these notes 3 clear days before any meeting, and that's in standing orders. We have not received any terms of reference for any.
Yeah, so the agenda has to be sent, not the actual the minutes, not the minutes, the information we've got.
Can I have that noted then, please? Because I know that's wrong.
Councillor McGuinness.
I'd like to propose that the committee structures and the terms of reference deferred until the next meeting to give all councillors the chance to read the paperwork which has been supplied. So the next meeting should be the 6th of next month.
Actually, if you read the structure, it is not actually changing from what the structure was last year. You didn't actually change anything, you just chose not to have committees. So the structure is not changing, and as no standing orders have been breached, the proposal will be that we adopt that council order.
I'd still propose that they are delayed so that it gives all councillors the chance.
So, give Councillor.
Yes, the terms of reference I received, it was for a Policy and Planning Committee, not a...
Sorry, the people can't hear. Yeah, Councillor.
The terms of reference I received, one of them was for a Policy and Planning Committee, not a Policy, Planning and Staffing Committee, so that's different.
And that was communicated as well by an email, I believe.
I believe so, Chair.
Wow,
I believe so.
So again, in discussion with the clerk, no standing orders have been broken. So the proposal by Mr. McGuinness, Councillor McGuinness, is to defer to next week. So who agrees with defer? Sorry, next meeting.
The next meeting.
Who defers to the next full council meeting? Who agrees?
Yes.
Did I get a second? Oh, sorry.
You did.
Yeah. Right.
And who wants to do the committee structure as said first?
So this is a vote against deferring.
Okay. It's a vote against deferring, so. So now we need to have a vote for people who agree with regards to the committee structure that was proposed on the email sent. So I can propose that. Can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask when all your received all these?
Same day as everybody else.
So you know a lot about it. So
Obviously,
Because they're online.
I
you're not
proposed it.
online.
They're on the
We
Hemsworth
got ours
Town
yesterday.
Council. They're on
We
the
give-
Hemsworth Town
you give
Council
us
Can I
website.
policies
point of
to
order,
read.
one person speaking at a time, please?
We got 10 policies to read yesterday, and they're not 1 pages, they're not 2 pages, they're a lot of pages.
So as Councillor Rushmore is indicating, the The committee structure is actually still on the council website, as are the terms of reference. So we're voting now to see who would like to keep the committee structure. Sorry, accept the non-committee structure. So I propose it. Councillor Rushmore seconded it. And against? And abstentions?
In terms of reference, I'll chair the number of members.
Okay, so we need to vote on that. So now we need to vote on how many members per committee. So I would propose that we have no more than 7 members per committee. Have we got a seconder for that?
Seconded.
Can we have a vote for those who agree that 7, no more than 7 per committee? And those against having no more than 7 people on the committee? And abstentions, please. We're missing some votes here, so okay, so voting for chair of each said committee. So we'll start by, I don't know, committee members first. Yeah. So vote for committee members, and we'll do that committee by committee. So I'll start with the Rec and Leisure. I would propose the Rec and Leisure is kept as it is at the moment with the current members. Anybody agree or disagree?
How many members are there on?
7 at the moment.
8.
Oh, sorry.
8.
8, yeah.
8.
Yeah, currently, Councillor Middleton, Rushmore, Stevens. Replaced by Councillor Stevens. Okay.
So we'll, the proposal is for the current 7 councillors who are currently on the thing, with the exception of myself, who will not be on the Rec and Leisure Committee.
The terms of reference we just approved, Chair, you said that the Chair and Vice Chair would be included, but the Council would be included on the
Yeah, but we need to get the members first, don't we? So once we vote,
Chair and Vice.
once we voted for the members, then we'll vote for the chair of the committee, and the vice chair will be voted upon at the first committee meeting.
Oh, that one, to vote now, you just said.
That's what we just said.
We're voting for chairs now, but not vice chair.
Thought it was for both in minutes.
We can vote for all of it.
Just a chairman.
Yeah, the minutes say commit just the chairman. So, chairman of the Rec and Leisure, I would propose Councillor Gary Stevens. Kendall, sorry.
Seconded.
I'll second that.
Yeah. So voting, who's going to vote for Councillor Kendall to be the chair of the committee? And against Gary, Councillor Kendall for being on the committee? Okay, so that's the Rec and Leisure Committee. So now for the policy and the planning Policy, Planning and Staffing Committee.
Vice Chairman.
We don't do vice chairman, it's on a chair and listing there. Vice chair will be done within the committee meeting.
Sorry.
So policy and planning, have we got a proposer for a,
Can I propose councillor Sean Middleton?
have we got a seconder?
Yeah.
So voting for Councillor Middleton to be the chair of the Policy and Planning Committee. No. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, we've got confused there. We need to vote who's on the committee first. We can't propose somebody who might not be on the committee. So regarding the recognise we've got, so regarding policy and planning, anybody want to go on the committee?
Yeah, I will.
So if we put the names down first, and then we can vote on the names as they come.
Chair and vice chair of council should be on these further.
Anybody else for the, so we've got 6 at the moment, anybody else for the policy and planning committee? Sorry? Yes, myself, chair and vice chair. What do you say, me and Okay, so the proposals are Councillor Fernie, Councillor Stevens, Councillor Bates, Councillor Vicky Middleton, Councillor me, Sean Middleton, and Councillor Rushmore, the Vice Chair. So I propose that to accept those people on the Policy and Planning Committee.
Hold answers.
And against the policy and planning, those people just named with the policy and planning. Any abstentions? Abstentions, please. So that motion has been passed to those members on the Policy and Planning Committee. So we're going to have to go and re-vote for the chair of that committee. So we'll be sticking by the original proposal.
Propose councillor Sean Middleton.
I second it.
So votes for Councillor Middleton to be the chair of the Policy, Planning and Staffing Committee. And then against Councillor Middleton as the chair of the Policy and Planning. Okay, so moving on to
Abstentions.
abstentions. So the next part of this motion is to vote for the Finance Committee, members of the Finance Committee. So does any volunteers for the Finance Committee? Okay. So we'll have to do this singularly. So a proposal for,
But no, sorry, Chair. It will have to be, we'll have to propose 7 members. And there's 8. There's 8. I'll withdraw. Councillor Grace has withdrawn.
okay, so there's 7 members now. Councillor McGuinness has withdrawn. There is Councillor Fernie, Councillor Whitehead, Councillor Rushmore, myself, Councillor, is that 8? Eddie, Councillor
Bates.
Councillor Bates
And Hardacre.
and Councillor Hardacre. So people approval of those people as members of the committee, the finance committee? And any against members of those committee? Any abstentions? Okay, so that's regarding all the standing panels.
Sorry, Chairman.
Oh, sorry, so chairman of the finance committee. So I would propose Councillor Rushmore as chairperson of that committee. We've got a seconder?
No.
Who seconded?
No.
I'll second that. I'll second.
I'll propose Councillor Whitehead.
I'll second that.
Councillor Whitehead. So could I propose those in favour of Councillor Whitehead being the chair of that committee? Please. And then those in favour of Councillor Rushmore being the chair of the finance committee. So Councillor Rushmore is the chair of the finance committee. And that is item 10. Item 9 completed. Item 9, scheduling of meetings. So to agree frequency, times and venues of council and committee meetings for the ensuing year. Anybody got anything to put forward? There's the one that the clerk proposed.
Yes.
Sorry, I think Ian is on the first one.
I propose that they stay the same, first and third Thursday of each month.
That's as the schedule is, Chair.
That's also, yeah.
As I've suggested, there's a monthly council meeting every month except August. Yeah, a quarterly finance and policy and planning and staffing committees, and 7 during rep meetings a year to the end.
Councillor Whitehead.
Finance needs to be more than 3 quarterly. Finance needs to be monthly.
Can that one be put in before a council meeting, 6:30?
Sorry, Councillor Fernie, you had your hand up earlier, sorry.
Yes, I'd like to move that the town council meeting on June the 6th is not held on that day to avoid a clash with the day 80th.
It is the D-Day 80th, but as Councillor McGuinness says, there is a lantern lighting here.
Should cover that.
Yes, sorry, Councillor McGuinness.
Just, thanks. Yeah, just covering the schedule. Councillor Whitehead has just mentioned that we need to do the finance more than quarterly. The last council from last year used to do finance at about 6:30 before the general meeting. There's not usually as much business on a finance meeting, so I would suggest that we did at least 2 monthly on the finance at 6:30. Yeah. I'll need it back for that.
Yeah, got it. So we're just talking here, so why don't we do it, as you've just suggested, in front of the town council meeting at 7, because people are at work and can't always get here on time.
Also, Chair, you've already approved, the council's already approved the terms of reference, which do state that they'll quarterly.
Okay, so that's accepted.
It can be by special motion. It can change.
Yeah, so if we vote now, and if we could all agree, we'll bring a special motion in the next meeting, and we'll change it to monthly. Before the monthly council meeting, town council at 7 o'clock. But if we put a special motion, it will be.
Right, regarding the meeting, sorry, I'll give way to you.
Yeah. The meetings, as they didn't the town council meeting scheduled for August, so I'll have to note that we have one first Thursday in August.
So traditionally, August has always been, because it's usually quiet, summer holidays, school holidays, people want to spend time with their families. That's usually, I know it wasn't last year, that's usually not, town council not running in August. However, if a pressing matter does occur, then we can always call an extraordinary meeting to cover the matter. Councillor McGuinness?
Yeah, regarding the meeting that was scheduled for the 6th of next month, it is the 80th anniversary of D-Day landing. There is an event here that night. There's the lighting of a beacon at 9:30. I thought that the meeting would probably go ahead so that all councillors are actually here, but there's some have got reservations regarding that. So I propose that that meeting is changed until Tuesday, brought forward to Tuesday the 4th of June, that general meeting. But I would like to see all councillors here for that beacon lighting, as well as members of the public, if possible.
Councillor Wynett?
I can't do that if your councillors at meeting at Fitzwilliam and at Kings, like we're going to represent our own areas.
Right, okay. That's right. As long as there's some events.
Yeah. So the proposal would be to accept the agenda sent, the timeline sent out by the clerk, with the exception of the 6th, which is changed to the 4th, and then as with regards to the finance committee, somebody bring a special motion in, and we'll can change that to be on the town council meeting on the same day. Start at 7 finance, start at 7:30. Council meeting. So
I'm so sorry. Can I also add for an amendment, because we are touching Red Roof meetings?
that's a different motion.
It's the same.
Not same.
It's the same motion. However, can we approve the schedule first and then the venue?
So the motion is first is to approve the dates. So people approve the dates now. So proposal to approve the dates with regards to the agenda sent out by the clerk, with the exception of the 6th, which was changed to Tuesday the 4th. So I propose that that's carried.
So we're approving the agenda
As is.
But we're not thinking where it's going to be.
But yeah,
Again, I haven't had time to hear it, so I can't vote on it. Again, we voted for...
Can you please put your hand up and come through, Chair?
No, I'm good. Again, how can I, I've only just received these, how can I vote on something I don't know about? Not only that, but you voted on a time. We don't even know if Red Roof is available.
The agendas were sent out on Tuesday.
Yeah, Yeah, but how can we vote on a date when we don't know if it's available at Red Roof?
But we're not voting.
We're not voting for Red
It's
Room.
not in the equation yet.
We're just doing dates second.
Oh, okay, oh, there's that.
So we're voting on the dates, so people with on the proposed dates sent out by the clerk with the exception of the 4th, so I propose those dates.
I can't read them, I'm asking.
I'll second.
Second, so those 4. And against? And abstentions, please. So the next part of the motion is to for the location of the meetings. Anybody want to say something on this, Councillor White?
I've asked for this to be put on our agenda and it's been missed off again, so I'm going to have to work comes back to agenda.
No, the agenda is to approve the venues. So currently council meetings are held here. It has been suggested. Sorry, Chair. Chair. Currently, all council and committee meetings are held here at the community centre in this room. I have had a suggestion that they be held periodically at the Red Roof, perhaps one in every 3 meetings has been suggested. The council could approve a frequency and then check availability.
Has the building been checked?
As the building concerned, if I remember the previous motion, it was to go check to see if it was suitable, available. Now I know we cannot have it on a Thursday.
I haven't visited in person, Chair,
Okay.
but I've had reassurance from the venue that it meets all the criteria that we've specified.
It's got cameras, 2 doors, and I'd rather go and check it personally, thank you.
Can I just say there, Becca, Andrew was asked to go down, not once, not twice, 3 times, to check Red Roof to see if it was suitable. Other members have gone down to check it and it's met criteria, but it don't fall. Andrew needs to go down and do it, not us, Andrew.
It was said that the chair and vice chair were going down.
Yeah.
It was said that I'll go down, Chair. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance, but I have had assurance from the venue that it meets the criteria that we put forward to them.
Can I ask why we are wanting a meeting down at the Red Roof that will cost us £150 per meeting?
It was around that.
Around that sort of, a ballpark could be slightly different, but around that ballpark figure.
Can I?
No.
Sorry, Councillor Bates?
Yeah, I actually went down there when I was a chair, and the first thing to clear up is that they can have meetings on Thursday. They said they have a yoga class or something like that they're quite willing to rearrange if we want to use it on Thursday, so that's not a restriction. It has a fire certificate and everything else, it meets all the requirements. I've checked the letter that, I can be heard, I checked the letter that Cathy Thornhill referred to, and that only refers to the upstairs of the building for that particular meeting. Disabled access will be provided.
Can I have some order? Can I have order, please?
Can't hear him.
I'm sure Andrew can provide you with a copy of that letter. As far as the building concerned, it concerned the upstairs room, which was overcrowded and didn't have proper disabled access. There was no other reference in that letter to building regulations for council meetings. It's built for purpose, it's got all the amenities and all that. I did ask Andrew to go down there, but there is no reason why we cannot go down there. It's just simply that people wanted to have that venue for the people of Kingston and Fitzwilliam. As far as cost goes, it's not free here, there's a cost involved in that as well. So we've got to offset that. I don't accept that it'll cost £150, we don't need it for 4 hours. So that is it.
As soon as you've been mentioned, Cathy, could you come in there, please?
Yeah. I will dispute that. I will dispute what you're saying in that letter. Myself and another member of the public we were actually consulted about what the recommendations were, and it was specifically about no meetings could be held upstairs, but also in this hall, how it had to be set out about CCTV and also recording, and that was all put in a window that was put to us, and if necessary, I will personally contact the lady from Voices and Choices and ask her to send me that information. She contacted me personally to make sure that I was happy with what she was recommending, and it was about this room.
Can I come back on that?
Yeah, you can,
Yeah.
Councillor Bates.
I stated what it referred to in that letter as far as the building itself. CCTV and all that is down there. It's got Wi-Fi, it's got everything that this facility has. I was referring to the building regulations, and it complied with all of them as far as that goes. And like I said, all those things that Kathy just mentioned were in that letter, but that's not the building itself. And it has all those facilities anyway. And like I said, if Andrew goes down there to reassure everyone, that will be fine.
Councillor Middleton?
Has it got CCTV in the hall?
I'm not. I presume that I didn't check on that, but we would video the meeting ourselves anyway.
But it's nothing to do with, it's things that happen after
Can-
meetings, you need CCTV.
Can the clerk come in there, please?
Yeah, according to the venue, it has got CCTV.
Thank you.
So, can I just ask, Councillor Bates, you're a district councillor, does Wakefield move around its meetings? Or is it always a Wednesday in the council chambers in Wakefield?
I think you're not comparing apples with apples.
No, but it is the
The district council's far bigger, and
it certainly is 100%.
and it meets in a council chamber, and there's no other venue that could meet that requirement.
I understand the logic of the motion, I really do. I think it's all done with well intent, but I would like to propose that we keep all meetings in here at the moment.
I'll second that.
Due to cost and other items. So I've got a proposal and a seconder, so can we have a vote to keep all meetings up at the town council, up at this building?
And this just got the cost.
Can you just keep quiet, point of order?
Can all councillors keep quiet, please, or vote?
You just told the tap off. That's nice, isn't it? Yes.
Can we have order, please?
Can we have a point of order?
If people, excuse me, if people continue, then we'll put it to a vote that people are ejected from the meeting. So,
Just told him to
can
tap off.
we please have,
Well, eject me. It's just told
sorry,
him to
can
tap
I,
off.
we're trying to do a vote. I didn't see anything, I'm sorry about
I
that.
did.
We'll do this vote, then we'll bring it back in. So those against it being at Kingsley? Yeah, those against it being at Hemsworth, sorry.
I'm not against it being at Hemsworth, but
Can you please be quiet, councillor, and just not mutter, please, if you just want to speak, then speak to the chair. Thank you. So, abstentions? Right, Councillor Middleton, you want to say something?
Yeah, just that he did swear.
So,
So
you
carry it
want, so Councillor Conway has been asked several times to keep quiet, to refrain from behaving squad of the councillor. So I propose that councillors vote that Councillor Conway is ejected from the meeting.
I didn't swear anything. I didn't swear at anybody.
So-
I didn't forward.
another lie.
So can we have a vote to see,
Can I just raise a point
have
of
we got a
order?
seconder for that?
Point of order. Should he not receive a warning first?
He's had one, he's had him too. No, back on the video.
Sorry, I didn't hear him.
I've asked Councillor Conway to stop shouting out a few times. In fact, previously, just before the allegation is swearing in front of Councillor Conway. So the proposal is for. Yes, I did. Can you please put your hand up if you want to speak to the chair, please?
Talking to anybody.
I asked all councillors.
Don't mention Councillor Conway's name.
I asked all councillors to respect the chair and behave. So I've given everybody a warning, and Councillor Conway's continued not discussing it for. A motion's been brought. A motion's been brought that Councillor Conway is ejected from the meeting. Have I got a seconder? So voting. Councillor Dobson, can you please refrain from shouting out? Okay, we'll get this vote away, then we'll vote for Councillor Dobson because we want to play like kids again. So, who's in favour of Councillor Conway being ejected from the meeting? So, who's against Councillor Conway being ejected from the meeting? And any abstentions? So Councillor Conway stays in the meeting. Can I please ask all councillors not to swear, shout out, and just listen, behave in a humanly and adult manner, please? So item 10, standing panels. To appoint members to serve on the standing grievance disciplinary panel and to appoint members to serve on the standing panel. So what standing panels are we have at the moment, Chair?
Grievance disciplinaries and complaints.
And do we currently have those panels? Probably enough members on those.
It's currently 9 members. I can't remember who they are.
Are all members on the panels happy to stay on the panels?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the proposal would be that the panels stop as they are at the moment.
I'll second that.
So a vote to keep the panels as they are at the moment. And against? Just making all that council Dobson as not in the room to vote. So item 11, financial regulations, standing orders and code of conduct. To review and adopt the council's financial regulations, standing orders and the code of conduct. Any councillors got any?
These haven't changed, have they?
The financial regs changed.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I remember that.
I have some issues regarding the standing orders. My fault, I was using the standing orders when I was first on the council. When I've reviewed against the proposal today, I've noticed there's eight pages difference, which must have been adopted last year. So while we need to adopt the standing orders, I would like to put in that is reviewed, date to be determined, and so adopt it for now, and then review it to update it. Councillor McGuinness?
I'd propose that items 11 and 12 be deferred until the next meeting on the 4th of June, so that all councillors have got the opportunity to read all the paperwork that came through the other day. If you don't know what you're voting for,
No, I agree.
then we shouldn't vote.
I agree. I mean, if people want to do that's fine. Councillors, I was going to propose that we adopt them, but put a review date within, so they're all going to get reviewed. But I'm happy to defer. Everybody happy to defer?
Is that 11 and 12?
11 and 12.
Yeah.
So, do we need to vote? So, as people vote to defer the items 11 and 12 to the next meeting? Item 13, asset register, to review and adopt the council's asset register. So I'm going to believe a lot of work was done by some councillors regarding this. Proposals to accept?
I propose, yeah.
Have you all seen asset register?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do it when they send it.
Have you read it?
Yes. I don't know if this,
I think we can sort that.
Yeah. Councillor McGuinness?
don't know if this is actually allowed or anything, but I would like to thank Mick, Carol and Rob for all the work that they've put into that.
Yep.
I'll second that.
Yep. Councillor Hardacre?
Can you explain it a bit better, that, what you mean by it?
So the asset register is, so as Councillor McGuinness has said, we've gone out to see the assets that the council has. So I know Councillor Rob did a lot of work on that, and Carol did that. I have both people that said that's
As well as Mick.
And Mick as well, sorry. So it's just what equipment we've got. It's not saying it's working or anything, it's just saying that's what we've got. So I'd like to propose to accept the asset register. Oh no, sorry.
We're happy with that.
Yeah,
It does sound like you're working on, Brock.
No, I'm not pointing that, we're just saying it's that.
So Pete, the asset register will broke up into groups.
Yeah, I
So now
understand
you
it
know
now.
where, what's at Sandygate, what's here, what's here, what's here. We took off what were missing.
Yeah.
Took away the missing things. Andrew's dealing with that. So what is on that list is what we as council have gone and seen and checked.
Right.
So the proposal is to accept the asset register. Have I got a seconder?
Yeah.
So to accept the asset register?
Can I just ask one further question regarding it? Will it be divided into the different departments so that the manager of those departments deals with those, like whoever's up at Sandygate, make sure everything's there, whoever's
I
here.
think that's a good suggestion, we can bring that in.
Come in later on.
We did ask for a signing in and output to be put at everyone.
Right.
So it goes to, from Sandygate to council, what about they have to sign in and out. And it's responsibility of the person that signs that out
To make sure it goes back.
to make sure it goes back, so it doesn't land on the clerk or.
Yeah, we can leave that and put those sort of things in place. So item 14, representatives on outside bodies, to appoint 2 voting representatives to the Yorkshire Local Councils Association. Have we got any volunteers who want to go and do the Yorkshire Local Council Association?
Usually it's the chair and the vice chair that gets the voting rights.
That's true.
All councillors are already on there.
Yeah. So as the clerk has just said, that is true, but it doesn't have to be if anybody wants to do it. No? Okay, so the chair and the vice chair to be on the YLC A committee.
Voting rights.
So can I have a vote for that to be approved, please? And those against? Abstentions? So, next one, item 15, legal advisors / solicitors. To appoint legal advisors and solicitors for the council in respect of general legal matters and human resources. Pass you over to the clerk.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. So this was deferred last year. However, the council does have a number of outstanding matters. I would recommend that the council uses its current solicitors for any outstanding matters and then reviews the situation as soon as possible.
Councillor Conway?
Have we got any prices for that?
No.
No. So we haven't tendered it out then?
No.
You just stand by to take it, but we don't know how much it's going to cost.
I think the issue is that we have some continuing things ongoing at the moment, so if we were to change mid, it would cause issues. I think what the clerk's proposal was that we wait until these issues are resolved and then we adjourn to vote and get quotes and that sort of thing. So I'll propose the clerk's recommendation. Have we got a seconder?
Yeah.
And vote to continue as we are at the moment.
Can you just advise regarding human resources, all councillors and staff have got access to human resources?
So council just says that all councillors and staff have access to the human resources facilities.
So yeah, that's for general legal matters. For human resources, I would recommend using usually books.
Yeah. So again,
Yorkshire.
So the next item is item 16, Town Council minutes, to approve the respective minutes of the council meeting held on 18th of April 2024 and the extraordinary council meeting held on 30th of April 2024 as detailed in minute book number 7. Have I got a mover for those minutes?
Can I just say something on?
Yeah.
These minutes need to be more clearer because they're not meeting the recommendations. If you go on the site, it'll tell you what's happened at what as agenda is. If you go to the recorded minutes, it's the same. It doesn't tell you what's happened in that meeting. There's, you don't know what's happening. It needs to be more detailed, and that covers us with.
Take that point, Chair.
Yeah. So the proposal is the clerk takes that point on board for all future minutes, but have we got a mover for the town council meetings? So all in favour of moving the town council meeting minutes on the 18th and the extraordinary meeting on the 30th? Committee and subcommittee meetings, to adopt the minutes of committees and their respective subcommittees as follows. Again, Councillor White has suggested the same sort of thing, made up a bit more clearer in the future. But I would propose to move these minutes. Have I got a seconder?
Again, your leisure and reckon it's no disrespect to your orders, councillors. What is up on, again, does not, I watched the video, it doesn't, and that information is not coming back to council. The minutes that had been coming back to council would have differed an argument.
Yeah, so again, we've taken that on, we'll take that on board.
So, I'll not be signing these because it don't represent your meeting.
It is a council decision if they're approved, so we've had a second mover and a motion and we have a vote. Please.
No, we haven't had a
Okay.
second.
So I propose we adopt them, Councillor Rushmore seconded. So I vote to accept the leisure and rec meeting minutes. Okay. Item 18, internal controls and internal audit, to review the efficacy of the system of internal controls, to receive the internal auditor's report for the year ended 31st of March 24 and to appoint an internal auditor and confirm the scope of internal audits for 2024/25. Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chair, due to a number of issues outside our control, the internal auditor couldn't visit until this week, so I haven't had a chance to receive and distribute the internal auditor's report yet. So I'm afraid that'll have to be.
So I know we got cancelled by the auditors and was doing it themselves initially. So have we got consensus to defer this motion?
Yeah.
I propose to defer it.
I think all last three need deferring.
We'll come to them. Right. So to defer it to the next meeting?
Is that okay, the next meeting? Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thank you.
So item 19, annual governance statement. 2022-23 to consider and approve the annual governance statement for the year ended 31st of March 2024.
Yeah, whilst it isn't a legal requirement to approve the internal auditor's report first before the governance statement and the accounting statement, I would recommend that the council do to give it self-assurance of the accuracy of those two statements.
For advice on the clerk, the recommendation would be to defer this until the next meeting and the reception of the report. So I would, yeah, I've got a seconder.
I'll second it.
All in favour of deferring the annual governance statement until the next meeting on the... Item 20, annual accounting statements 2022-23 to consider and approve the annual accounting statements for the year ended 31st of March 2024. So again, same advice again from the clerk to defer this to the next meeting. Everybody in agreement to defer it till next meeting? Thank you. Right, everybody, thank you for coming. So it's, oh, sorry. No, so item 21 is public question time. Gary just wants to ask, wants to ask a question.
Don't get me mixed up with you.
I always do.
Yeah. Now then, Chair, Vice Chair, we come into this council 12 months ago. We've been clear to the public about everything that goes on with this council. We carried on like that, transparent, and then it all went down the drain. There were cushy meetings, councillors were getting slated all over social media and everything. So are we going to start this council off transparent for the public and not slate each other in public meetings like's gone off in the past, and they should be taken to task?
So what I will say is it is not out of order for people to disagree with each other. That's what these meetings are for.
Yeah.
However, there is a way of doing it.
Yeah.
It should always be done with respect, and just because somebody has a difference of opinion, it doesn't mean that they should be abused, sworn at, or whatever.
Right.
So as behaviour like that, as I tried to earlier, then I will try and step down. And that will be anybody who I see, be that a member of the public or a member of councillors. It will be done fairly.
Right, Chair.
We need to get away from this digging at people all the time.
Yes.
We need to get away from posts and fake profiles and all that. Just ignore them. Just let them crack on with it. Just ignore them. If they can't put in their own name,
Because the good councillors do it out of their own time, no payment or nothing.
Point of order, Chair.
I agree.
Getting intimidated again. Councillor Kendall again. Glaring at me, giving me the eyes again. Like he had before.
Can I suggest at the next meeting we actually sit you that side and Councillor Kendall's on the camp, is shouting at each other over the thing. Just stop this.
I've not said anything. I've just looked over there regarding William swearing towards me and telling me to F off.
So
what about this then?
Point of order, Chair.
Sorry.
It's a public question.
It is a public question time. You are
the council's
General,
question time.
you are correct. So, General, have you got a question?
I have, yes.
Thank you. Would you like to?
Well, the asset register, we've now identified what we've got. I assume we've also identified what we haven't got.
Yes.
So therefore, the next question is, have we got disposal forms for the ones that we haven't got? Or do we utilise disposal forms for assets?
That's something I can.
How do you know? Well, if you have to approve an asset as a council, you ought to be approving the disposal of those assets as a council. Therefore, if someone wants to dispose of an asset, they need to put in an asset disposal form into the council and be bringing it here. If that's not being done, there's definitely something missing.
So the clerk just has to come in there.
Yeah, just to confirm, Chair, the procedure for disposal of assets would be by council resolution. Ordinarily, well, it should be by council resolution, and there should be a resolution if assets have been disposed of. But I can't speak to individual instances from memory.
As as we were going round and we were finding things that were broke or couldn't be fixed or was not in there that were missing, not in the proper place that they should have been, it's got into a book as to come back to council to write them off. That now stands with Andrew to fetch back to council to write the items that we've written off for council to vote on.
Yeah, that's obviously going to have to happen.
Yeah.
But my question is to you, what's going to happen to stop this happening in the future?
This is why we've introduced a sign-in, sign-out book so that everything's accounted for. We've also introduced when anything is bought new, it will be registered straight away, and we're hoping that the, you know, your codes and everything that you buy will be put on the register. So it's traceable.
Councillor Middleton.
So leading off yours from your book, from now, have you got like a form where you can sign it off? This is what I do. If I've got something that's broken, like, I don't know, say my photocopy is broken, then it's all logged down and a manager signs it off as being in it.
And being nodded, yes, we have by a member of staff in the far corner. Yeah. Councillor Guinness.
Is there a monetary figure on things that come back to council for signing off? For instance, if a drill, which is a couple of £100 or something like that, is broken, needs replacing, does that need to come to council for writing off?
Yep.
Well, items below £300 are excluded from the asset register anyway.
Right. Okay.
So,
so it's anything over £300. Right. Okay.
Okay. Next question, Councillor Maxine Earth.
Can you give us a thing going forward and what you're hoping to be able to achieve this year? Because we didn't achieve much last year.
So going forward, one thing I want to do is make things steady the ship, as to speak. Try and stop the bickering, the arguing amongst councillors, so that people can work together. The council is not by one person. It's not a chair and the vice chair. It's the council run the council. I'm just chairing this meeting. It needs the involvement of all councillors. As you see, the committees, I do believe in committees, but we didn't, as happened previously, we didn't just keep down one side of committees.
That's not what I'm asking.
No,
what you wanted to achieve for community.
I think
so at the moment, we shall not stop this.
No, so at the moment, my personal view, and again, I've only just got this position, so ask me again next week. But at the moment, I just think we need to keep his head down, do the basics well, get them doing well, and then just look for strategies to get out. You know, we know we're in a bit of a mess. Strategy to get out of it. Just keep a cap on costs. Really, just keep things down. Try and progress the sale of Club Terrace as quick as we can. We're further back now than what we were at the end of the last council, but we need to get that progressed and sold into whichever way councils decide which is the best for the council at the time. And just try and improve the area. I'm a big believer in, while the parish council does not have a lot of, Wakefield Council does all the roads, but the parish council is the front facing of the public. We're the ones who can make the streets look nice, who can put on nice little events, who can put flowers on lampposts, who can get us park looking well so the local community can go and enjoy the water parks. That water park's a brilliant asset, but it's not being utilised at the moment. There's a lot of issues, maintenance wasn't done previously, we all accept all that. So and the big thing is to get that park up and running. That park is for all of us. If you look at the park, it's probably central to absolutely everybody. It is as far from the end of Hemsworth as it is from Catchpenny to that park. It's maybe 0.1 of a mile. It's almost the same.
And just one last thing. You're on about your bickering and your fake profiles. I have been slandered by Mr. Fernie on Facebook for the past couple of weeks, and I want to know what you can do to stop that man from doing it.
Something I'll be honest, something I'll look into. Is there something?
And I have got proof, and that fake profile, we know who it is. We know the two main culprits on that fake profile because one for swearing and the misspelling, and the two because he likes to have his country on his normal Facebook. So I want to know what, as a councillor, you're going to do about these people.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but there's not a lot we can do. We can just keep calling it out. That's all we can do. And if we find people have done that, then we just need to call them people out at the time. That's all I can really say. And I know that's not the answer that you're wanting, and I don't disagree with you, but yeah, we'll just.
Well, would Mr. Finney like to explain why he's doing it?
Point of order.
Point of order?
If Councillor Finney doesn't want to respond, then he doesn't have to respond.
Well, he needs to speak to my husband because he's not very happy.
I can just say it's a public, a private matter. It's not right. Councillor, you don't want to speak, Councillor Finney, sorry.
All I said is a chance with the mandatory officer was not doing anything about it.
We're aware of that. So, to move on, next question was a gentleman there with the bluey top on. He had on for quite a while.
Evening. Back to the asset register.
Can you just speak your name, please?
Yeah, Mr. Birkinshaw.
Hi, Mr. Birkinshaw.
The friends I'm called Neil.
No problem.
Yeah.
Mr. Birkinshaw.
Right, the thing is, I've run an asset register or ledger for many years. And the clerk said that anything under £300 would be on the register. Is that right?
That's what the clerk just confirmed, yes.
So if I've got 10, 15 items at £200, that's £2,500 which isn't on the register or not counted for. You should have a separate register for anything under £300 then. So if somebody comes in and signs for two of them items, that's £400 you're missing and can't prove that they've got them items.
That's something we can take on board and look into.
If you class them as C items and they've been wrote off as less than £300, at least somebody signed for them.
We can, as I say, we can take that on board and have a look.
You've just said we're in a mess. In what way are we in a mess?
I think we all know that the finances aren't that great.
Why? Why? Where's it been spent?
So the clerk's saying he can't give a report at this time. What I can say is sorry?
Can we have one in finance meeting?
Well, can we yes, definitely. Finance meeting? We'll have a report at the next finance meeting. So, Linda?
Thank you, Maxine. Can I just report that Maxine's just said smacking cough with it?
Can we have a point of order in the public, please?
Yeah. Could I ask you about the reserves position at the year end, please? How much is left in the reserves for the council?
Okay.
So yeah, Chair, there is around 280,000 in reserve, including investment. Excluding investment, around 80,000.
Thank you. Can I also ask you about the power of competence of the council? It's usually included in this annual council meeting agenda, and I have noticed it's not there this time around. So does that mean the council's lost its power of competence?
Yes.
And what implications does that have on the services the council now offers?
That won't have any effect on our current services.
Can you then tell me which statute gives you the power to operate a bar and a cafe?
Not from memory, Chair.
Not from memory, we'll get that information back to you. I've just been told it's a licensing act, but we'll get that information confirmed for you. So, Kathy?
Yes, can you, is it possible to tell us what was discussed in the last meeting that you had? it was purely exclusion that we couldn't attend? What was that meeting called for, and what was it about?
There were staffing issues.
There were some staffing issues, but it was also regarding additional repairs to Playworld, the beach, that sort of stuff.
So why was Playworld in exclusion? Surely
it related to there were staffing issues in there, but it's also related to costings and that sort of things.
Right.
Which
and also the clerk's just said you've got 80,000 in reserves.
79,000 and something, yes.
80,000, whereas you actually, when you came into office, you've got 375. Is that correct?
I think got 359, 345, but yeah, it's not good.
So you've dropped. You know, in meetings that I've attended, we've always been told that we shouldn't drop below 200.
Can I just, around 300, yeah, can I just say that this was a shock to us as much as anybody else, or to some of us it was. We only found out on Monday, Tuesday itself. So this changed what we were wanting to do.
Because from a person that's attended all these meetings, I can't see, and looks at the accounts, I can't see where all this money's gone. So can someone tell us where has all this money gone?
I have the same question because nothing has come to council, to any council, for any reserves to be used.
Exactly, I can say that the same, I agree.
Someone has approved it and who signed for it.
Have a word with your chair, your ex-chair, because he's obviously there's things that happened that we didn't get to know about.
Can I ask
we were kept in dark.
Are we working through the chair here? Or?
Yeah, come through the chair, please.
Can I ask?
Do you mind
we know we want to
Can we use a mic, please?
Yeah.
I've asked a question and we're just all talking amongst yourselves.
Nobody signed up for any reserves. It has to come to full council to release any reserves. Only thing I can think of is a lot were left from previous council, and this is not blaming previous council, but they put things in. Would we still have to sign to release reserves to pay for the work that they'd ordered?
But you haven't done that work.
No, you haven't.
You haven't done that work that they wanted. The paths haven't been done. Playworld hasn't been done. None of that's been done.
Can't blame the last council.
To answer your question, no, it wasn't brought forward. Some of these should have been brought forward last year. So no, it hasn't. We need to find out why. So as I said to the public, we found this out ourselves. We need to look into this massively. I have arranged, by order please from public, I have arranged a meeting, well I haven't arranged, I'm going to tell him now, I've arranged a meeting with the clerk on Monday. Short notice, but sorry about that. To just find out what for and where we are with such things. I've also going to invite Councillor Rushmore to that meeting to see where we are.
Will you be able to let us know with finance meeting, most of it?
We can
some of it
what we can.
And how do we know how much from the asset register has gone missing? From my point of view, I would like the marquee that was purchased. There was £15,000. Is that still on site? No.
Yeah.
So we purchased a marquee for £15,000 that also had other costs implicated with it for putting it up and for repairs. It was used for the period of 3 months. It was up for 3 months, and you're telling me that you don't know where it is.
Councillor Baker?
It's beyond repair, though.
Yeah, but Carol's just said it's not there.
It's been ripped off.
It's been ripped off, so...
If you go down to the park, you can see where the main curtains are. It is unrepairable, so we've had to write it off.
Right. And also, is the burger van in a good state of repair. Again, something that we spent a lot of money on.
I don't think we need one.
There is a merry-go-round got pastors all working, didn't it?
It was used 5th of November.
So the burger was used last bonfire night, so
It'll be used 2 weeks on Sunday.
So it's been used in a fortnight, so it is
So
the
when will the asset register be online for the public to view?
Now it's been approved, it'll pretty much straight online.
As the clerk says, it's been approved pretty much straight away, so a couple of days obviously, but yeah, after the weekend.
Can you tell me who signs and countersigns all checks then? Who releases money? Does it go to council?
There's some that's not released, some money, because sorry, you don't have to sign like backs and that. The council approve the payments and meetings.
Yeah, council approved back payments in advance, Chair, yeah. Cheques have to be signed.
Countersigned. Are the countersigned?
Countersigned, yeah.
By 2 councillors and an officer.
Yeah, so
same with cheques.
Is it two named councillors or any two councillors?
Two councillors.
No, they have to be named, they have to be registered with Barclays.
Yeah.
So when the countersigner, do they know what they're signing or do they just sign?
They should do, that's
Do
what
they
they do.
read what they're signing?
There should be, if the...
Or do they just say, oh?
I can state that I'm one of the countersigners and I know what I'm signing for.
That wasn't a very nice answer, was it?
I think it was the only answer you could really give them.
It's the only, I think it's the only answer I could
Another
give.
dig, Ian.
It's the only answer I could give.
I thought you were being here.
So, Linda?
So back to the reserves. They were held in different accounts in reserves. So someone must have transferred them out of the reserve account to actually spend that money. Where did that approval authority come from if it wasn't from the council? That would fall to the RFO, surely.
It was, Chair, yeah. Yes, the clerk at the time, RFO, yeah.
The clerk at the time transferred the money.
With approval from the Chair and Vice Chair.
With approval from the Chair and the Vice Chair at the time.
But the financial regulations do require the full council to approve any transfer out of reserve.
As Councillor Wilder said, yes, we agree it should have been brought to account. Any going into reserves should be approved by the council.
So you're saying,
I
are
think,
you telling me it was just the chair and the vice chair that actually transferred the money out of
the
reserve?
clerk at the time, the Chair and the Vice Chair is what I've just been told has happened. As I've said, we've just found this out a couple of days ago ourselves, so we're trying to catch up as much as what you're at.
So it's not Andrew.
Maxine?
Not Andrew,
Can
is
I
it?
ask what, I know what,
Can you repeat that back to me? I couldn't hear you, sorry.
and different clerk, but can I ask where you're going to go with this? Because this obviously is wrong what they've done. Everything should have come to council.
So
nothing came to council, that's why I quit the council.
So I agree. As I said, we've just found this out ourselves a couple of days ago. We need to find out who, why, what and where first before we make decisions. We're not jumping to hasty decisions. Hasty decisions mean you have to make...
Is it going to be are you going to get government resources to do an investigation?
We need to have a look at, see what...
On our money?
I will be speaking to the clerk itself to try and find out what's going on first, before we make any hasty decisions. Has any member of the public got anything else they want to ask?
Yeah, report to police.
Sorry?
Report to police.
We need to see if there's been anything done.
There is, there's money missing, there's money missing.
It's not necessarily missing, but it's just we don't know what it's been spent on. So it's not that it's been spent illegally, it's just nothing's been
So are we going to
communicated to
assets
us.
registered on
But
the
isn't this what you were trying to get Alan Draper on?
Not me personally, obviously.
No, well, do you know what I mean? This is what it were all kicking off with Alan Draper before. And look, they've done it themselves.
This needs reporting, this step.
Yeah, so we're going... Can I just speak to the clerk and we'll try and get a report for the next meeting on the parish meeting, which is on Thursday next week. Yeah, next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Oh, that's your friend.
I might be in hospital again.
See you.
Do we have any more questions from the members of the public?
Yeah, I'll just say this. I know this, that when Gary has asked Ian anything, he's always said, there's things you can't know.
You used to say there were things I couldn't know about.
Just go to the chair, please. So, can you repeat that? Sorry.
I know when Ian, and I've been there, when Gary's asked Ian things, and Ian says to Gary, and I know he's been kept out and everything, there's things you can't know.
So all I can say is
confidential
there's
things that
more.
can't be passed.
There is some confidential things that can't be passed. However, yes, I agree. However, I'm determined to be not run the council autocratically. I want to be democratic and run the council. I should be with councils making decisions. There is decisions, and sometimes it's a choice, and people choose one way or another. That's fine, not a problem.
See, he's had nothing.
He's not been on his own.
He's had nothing.
But I want to move forward, and
Stan's emailed all your, but he ain't got no. Well, we know why.
we want to move forward and make sure that we're not the same.
But who's bully then?
Can you give your name, please, Val?
Need that say? Right. Your councillors is supposed to represent us. Yes. Half of us don't know what on earth is going on. So don't you think it's about time that people got to know what was going on? Well,
I agree. Totally agree. In the past, we used to get out things like letters, newsletters. I think that needs to start again. But obviously, there's not a lot of money left, so we need to be careful on what we spend on. But yes, we need to communicate better. We need better ways of communicating, and it's difficult, and nobody communicates well. I work in a multinational company. They don't communicate well, but we need to make sure we try our best to communicate well.
To say, I found a lot out coming here, but there's people out there that haven't got a clue.
To that, I would say,
And
please.
they pay exactly the same.
Yeah,
as
I
us.
agree. To those people, if you see them, tell them to come to these meetings.
Right.
So, there's another couple of questions. So there's
just
thing
one more.
and then there's Linda.
Can I just say, in my opinion, what's ruined this council? Your WhatsApp group.
Linda.
Join it.
Thank you. So before you got this shocking news that the reserve...
I'm agreeing with you.
Do you mind wearing the
Can you
body
just
on
hang on? There's a member public asking a question, please.
that our reserves have reduced in last financial year. We approved the budget for this year in February. Do those costs and income now have to be revised
Again.
to make them affordable?
Right, Carol's letter for her.
Can we have a bit of order, please?
Sorry. Good at writing letters.
Well, the budget as such, obviously apart from environments between cost centres, the budget can't be altered now approved. But obviously the council does need to be careful with its spending.
But that budget was based on the figures as at February, which didn't include the shocking costs that have suddenly revealed themselves. So if these costs of $250,000 actually represent normal running costs, then this council is going to be broke this time next year.
If we were to continue on the path that we were on, then yes, we
Exactly.
would. However, we do not intend on doing that. That's one of the things I intend on doing is basically just
revise the budget because
tighten belts. We can't revise the budget, that's been approved, but we can tighten belts. We don't have to spend what we budget.
that's
We
what
can
I'm
make savings.
saying. So we use different targets, cost targets.
Officially, they're the targets, but we can aim to beat those, or better those. Right, ladies and gentlemen, can I just put one thing? So obviously, as I said, I want to get all councils involved. I know the council chambers, so can I book the council chambers on Monday for all councillors here, if they wish? Nobody has to? It's not official to come, have a chat, let's discuss things, let's try and get things aired out and try and move forward as a council. 6:30, if that's okay with everybody, and we'll be there till 7, 8. Obviously I know Pete can't come for other reasons. Right everybody, thank you very much for attending.
Well done, Becca. Well done, Sue.
Well done, Sue.
Come on, Bully. Ellen, are you taking ball home? Oh, that lovely. Well, Ellen's taking you home. Do you want my wife to hang out? I want you to with my car.